Um, there are two items that we need to go back to. Not only is it the mayor, but the two councilmen that were in the not present and didn't give their committee report. Mr. Mayor, would you like to give us your report, please?
For the sake of brevity of the meeting, my family has a couple ill members, including my wife, so I'm a single parent right now.
Okay.
So I need to leave early, and for the sake of brevity, I just won't wait. I won't spend the time on the mayor's report.
I appreciate that. Mr. Councilman King, you have a report?
Thank you, Council President. I actually don't have a committee report, but Councilman Wheeler and I have like maybe a joint report outside of the committee in regards to Noble Road.
Okay, that's the same. If you're gonna give a report, you're gonna give a report, and that's where you were. The council was asked to take a walk through the Noble Road, and I think both of you talked to me the other day. So, which one of you all want to give a joint report, or what is it?
I yield to Councilman King.
Okay. Councilman King, you may proceed with the report on the Noble Road, which was a very hot topic of controversy and what was happening up there on Noble Road.
Thank you, Council President. Councilman Wheeler and I went and visited Noble Road Monday. And as you can imagine, many of you have been here the last month or so. There's been a lot of discussion in regards to Noble Road. There's been a lot of misinformation that's been put out, and it's kind of odd how misinformation gets put out even when information is being taped, and then it still gets misrepresented. So that everyone here knows, Noble Road is a separate company from Eddy Road. They're two separate companies, and they both do similar or the same transfer stations. They do C&D. C&D is construction and demolition. There's no food at these facilities. So there are no rodents. We went over there and there was complaints here about a smell or fumes or dust coming from the site. While we were there, a truck did load and leave. There were no fumes, no pollutants in the air. The ground was thoroughly wet. Cars, which are at the houses behind the dump, all clean. There was no dust on the cars. There was no smell. In fact, Cuyahoga County issued them a no air pollutant check. So it passed all of EPA regulations and the city and the county regulations. And as you remember, Andy from the county was here a few weeks ago, and he said the same thing. So this place is clean. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's actually going to put up a 25-foot fence, 24-foot fence with a tarp so that they can't see behind it.
It's called a silt fence.
Silt fence. He's going to put a silt fence so that you won't be able to see back there. Right now, if you can imagine.
How you spell silt? How you spell it? Is it S-I-L-K or S-I-L-T? How you spell it?
S-I-L-T.
S-I-L-T. So those are some of the highlights of it. I just wanted you to be aware that he is following all of the guidelines per what he does, C&D transfer station, and he's passed all of the tests, EPA, county, and the city of Cleveland, which governs the air. So Wheeler, is there anything? Councilor Wheeler?
To tell into that. Also, let's note, he has 15 employees. Of the 15 employees, 13 are East Cleveland residents.
Yes.
And he pays a payroll tax yearly of $102,000 from his side of the fence. So that's well needed and received in East Cleveland.
Okay, I talked to, both counselors yesterday, they gave me a report. I didn't think it was necessary for me to go and, do a walkthrough when the, vice president and the, counselor, was going to do this. They came back and gave me a full report. I can't find anything else that is necessary to do. I talked to the law director. She agrees. If there's anything that we're missing, Madam Law Director, please tell us, do they have all the, legal, things, permits that are taken out? Or everything is done. And also there was some mention of the, that it didn't belong, that the property didn't belong to that individual, that it was sold to someone else. Can you clear that up? Is that the individuals, because I know the mayor said that wasn't true. And I asked, someone else and they verified that it wasn't true, that that property was still in his, possession. Alright, so there's, clarity to all of this, and all we can do is just examine and walk through and all of that. So, moving right along, we'll go right along, and, my clerk has been sick.